about how to be fully functional human. And to talk about how to be fully functional human, I first have to remove my clothes. No, I'm not going to. See, to be human, what is the further things that come across? First of all, I like to tell you to begin sharing things. Give something to somebody. First you've got to do is have something. Get in the habit of getting. Because unless you have something in your hand, you cannot give. You've got to first have to give. To share things to others, you've got to first have it with you. So you've got to first like yourself. I like me. I love myself. Each time I see in the mirror, I say I love myself. Right? And you've got to love yourself to the fullest and get the best you can get. Because if you get the best you can, guess what? Then only you can give to others. Only if you can become a distributor of the similarly, then only you can share that opportunity, right? So similarly, for you to give wisdom, guess what? You've got to have wisdom. If you don't have, you can only give ignorance. To give joy to others, you've got to have joy, otherwise you can only give despair. If you want freedom, if you want to share freedom with somebody, you've got to be free yourself. You've got to experience that freedom. Then only you can talk about freedom. Otherwise you can just talk about being prison or cage. Right? So first get into the habit of getting things, making yourself worthwhile and upgrading yourself, learning more things so that you can share with your friends around you, with your family, with the people around. People just sometimes tell you, what do I have to offer? You've got lots to offer because you are, each and every person over here, each and every person in this universe is a very, very, very unique personality. Every person can see a single tree from 2,000 different ways. Very unique. And they all come up with their own description. Why? Because everybody is so unique. No, there's no two person identical all over the world. You're a perfect individual. Right? And you are that central quiz, the central puzzle in the crossword. And you're going to take the responsibility to solve it. Because if you don't do it, the people around you cannot do it. So you've got to take a responsibility and get the things done. And so that people around you are fine. People, as I said, people say, what do I have to offer? Nothing much. You too have lots to offer. Everybody has got lots to offer. I was reading about Zig Ziglar. He was saying he once went to the airport, and there was few flight that was delayed, very, very delayed, and there was one counter and only one man was manning the counter, and everybody was throwing the garbage on him. What the hell is happening? This is not good, this is not bad, and so many things this poor chap was going through. And when this Zig's turn came, he spoke to this man, he asked him, hello young man, how do you feel? And he was very irritated. What do you mean how I feel? In compared to what, how do I feel? And he says, in compared to so many people who are hungry, in compared to so many people who are jobless, in compared to so many people who don't have place to live, how do you feel in comparing them? Simple. This man turned, yes, I have a lot of things to enjoy, to be happy about. Why am I whinging? Yes, temporary setbacks do happen. You don't have to wait. There is lots and lots of things that you can do. Eric Frost said once that it's pity that most people die before they are fully born. They don't even explore themselves, they die. People don't even want to take risk. They don't go out to take risk. Oh, whatever failure, they don't go out. But until unless you stretch, until unless you take risk, you never grow. The growth process involves risk. Imagine when you're a child. When you're a child, your parents took a risk that you'll fall down and you'll hurt yourself. They said they took a risk, and you took a risk. Then you start to stand up and maybe start to walk around. When you first walked around, you took a first step. Before that step, you fell down many times. You took that risk. You went to school. You graduated from the school, from the college, but you took a risk. You could fail from there also. Every growth process involves risk, and you've got to take risk. A lot of people shut themselves. Oh, they don't want to take risk at all. Once one day, what happened was in my holidays, I was in Goa, I remember. And I was like a crazy guy, as Americans I get fits, being crazy. I went to the guys there, I was saying, hi, how are you? And so many people, like, some people, they really did me very well, very warmly. Hi, very well, very well, how's you? Some of them were really, really confused. Oh, man. Just a small smile. okay, who the hell is this man and why is he wishing me? Moved on. Some people also didn't respond. And one person I remember very clearly that he said, hey, do I know you? I told him, no, but it would be so nice to know me. And he said, no. He went away. But such a pity. I'm such a nice man. He doesn't even want to know me. And so many possibilities, so many good things he left because he didn't want to take a risk to talk to somebody he met for the very first time and say, hello, you can take a risk to switch it off also. Right? This man didn't want to take a risk. This man, somebody's over there, he's wishing you, he doesn't want to say hello, he shut the door. So many good things could happen between us. Maybe he could have become the best of pals, or maybe he could have come to the symbiotic presentation one day, change his life. So many good things he let go because he just didn't want to say yes. Next morning, I'm very, very thick-skinned, by the way. Right? Next morning, I was walking, I saw the same man again. I again went with, hi, hello. He looked at me and then said, do I know you? I said, yes, you do. Yesterday I met you. I shut the door again. So reserved he is. He doesn't want to look into new possibilities because he doesn't want to express himself. And similarly, almost everybody, all humans, at times shut ourselves. We do not explore, we do not let anybody know our feelings, what we're going through. Or a very simple thing like, we're too shy. Shut ourselves from saying, hello darling, I love you. You say, okay, go to your mom and say, I love you. You say, all right, many people say, yes, my mom knows that I love you, but still she's not bad hearing that. She'll still love you. Imagine when you go to a child, when your child comes to you and says, Papa, I love you, Mommy, I love you, how good you feel. You know your child loves you. But time and again, you feel good about it. So I tell you one thing, go home, go crazy. Talk to people. Express yourself. Take that risk to step out. A lot of people do not want to talk to the near and dear ones for years together because one fine day, he said something to me and I'm cutty. He doesn't want to talk. No, shut himself off. And both these people, I know so many of them. Sometimes mother, son, father, son, brothers, husband, wives many times. They're urging, waiting to talk to each other. But they don't want to take that extra step to say, pick up a phone and say, hi darling, I love you. My dear brother, I love you. Do that. And let your emotions come out. Let the person on the other side know that how much you care. In fact, I tell you one thing. Tonight, when you reach home, maybe at 2 o'clock in the morning when you reach home, right? Make a long distance call to your mommy. Mommy, first of all, I'm not drunk. And I love you. I know she'll go crazy. She'll really think that you're drunk, but then, you know. Take the risk. Express yourself. Express yourself. And one more thing you should always practice is, the biggest attribute of mankind has is the forgiveness. I forgive you for not being so perfect. I forgive you. A lot of people, they just stick out to a lot of things. In fact, it's said in America, lots and lots of divorce things happens because of very silly things. Very small topics. Wife comes, oh shit, my husband is so crazy. He treats me like a servant, he throws all his clothes all around. You don't have to be servant unless you want to. Don't pick up the clothes. But what will the neighbors say? Tell your neighbors, my husband loves his jacket on the floor. Look, it's so beautiful on the floor. His set shirt, he always loves it on the sofa. See the diversity, how well it matches. Some people, the guys come, my wife is so stupid. It actually happens in America. She's so stupid, I'm so sick of her, she's so bad. Guess what? She presses the toothpaste from the middle. It's so irritating. Guess what? Buy two. She can press in the middle, you can throw the sweetie. So, take the small things. Take it out of your mind because this is a small thing. It's sad, in fact, President Roosevelt once said, if I was, even 70% of the time, what I think comes is right, then I'll be the greatest man on earth. And it's also said that whatever man thinks, even 50% of the time he's right, 50% of the time he's right in what he thinks is right. That means that man could be one of the richest men in the world. He could be top in stockbroking in anything we talk about. 50% of the time, if he's right. That means, how many times are we right? We all are not perfect. So how do we expect somebody else to be so perfect? So forgive. I forgive you for not being so perfect. Because I am a human, you are a human, and we all are not perfect. Right? What else? Humor. People these days are taking humor too seriously. I'm too serious about my humor, about laughing. There are very few people. Captain, he's always bouncing around, he's enjoying himself. Koo was dancing like this, expressing himself. Don't care damn who's thinking about it. He's enjoying. And we take some humor so seriously that, it's because the daily routine and the negativity happening around us, in the society, that we restrict ourselves. We don't express ourselves, we don't even laugh properly. If I laugh loudly, what will somebody else think? I'm a man, right? Where everybody says Devash loud slightly. We care the damn! So no, I'm going to laugh like this, and this is how I laugh. In fact, we're so used to routines. What do? Get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, go to the mirror and say, do I really have to wash this face again? Yes, I do. Pick up the toothbrush, paste, 25 times this time, 25 times this time, 10 times up and down. Go out for a stroll or a jog, across the park, come back, have a breakfast, go to work. Routine. Day in, day out, for years together, months together, we do the same thing. What for? She's expressing herself. Go ahead. I do that. With that, I do a few more things. So, break the routine. I tell you, do what? Next morning, get up. Don't get up from your side of the bed. Crawl over her. Crawl over and walk out. Right? Instead of going through the staircase, jump through the window. Go into the drawing room on the side. If you stay on the 7th floor, that's your problem. Then go down the pipe. Right? Walking from the other side. Jog in the drawing room. If the children say, Papa, what are you doing? I'm jogging, workouts. Do everything opposite. And see what kind of pleasure you get, what kind of, you really laugh. I tell you, I go crazy many times. I sometimes disguise myself. Last time I went to anything. Last time I went, I used to talk to Arfin sometimes when he's here. Once I became a Maulvi and went to his house. Real Maulvi with a beard and all. This guy, we worked together, we were friends for so many years. And I sat with him and sat next to him and spoke to him for half an hour. And since he was my friend, I knew everything about him, and I started talking about him. He was so scared, who this man? He claimed to be Maulvi. Once I walked into my sister's house. I do something. As a sadhu. And now everybody's got the person. I referred myself, your brother Sudesh has sent me over here, and he told me to. And before he could, I went there, I called up, I'm sending a sadhu. She was sitting in the drawing room. I sat next to her. Now she got really uncomfortable, Okay, sadhu, 4 feet away, please. I want my privacy. I just sit next to her. She's, pushed herself on the other side. I kept pushing her. She got up, walked into the bedroom, I was walking behind her. Imagine what she was saying. My brother comes in, Uday, please go out. No, I'm not going out. And crazy things. Crazy, try doing something crazy. Zoom in, be crazy tomorrow. Right? Right? Enjoy yourself. In fact, talk about people are very, they really go down sometimes. Oh, I had a tough time with the boss. He yelled at me. My daddy told me, no, do one thing. If you want to be like that and, go down, it's gonna be, you're going to feel bad. You're going to spoil your whole day. What do you do is all of us think that the boss's nose is coming out like a Pinocchio, right? And then his sound has become a cartoon character. Hey, how are you? Get the whole thing in that language and see how you change. Just change, enjoy yourself. So laugh, express yourself all the time. Don't go into that shell, right? Be human, enjoy. Say to your friends and your family, I love you. Also, don't worry. There are two things that could happen. There are circumstances, either you can do something about it, or you can't do something about it, anything about it. Right? If you can't do something about it, why worry? You can do something about it. If you can't do anything about it, why worry again? You still can't do anything about it. Forget it. And 90% of the time, when you think something like this could happen, it actually never happens. 90% of the time. The insurance company knows it very well. That's why they're making big money. Right? I'll tell you what is, they're talking about humor and all this thing, about a 85-year-old, I'm forgetting this man's name. He was 85-year-old, and when he was dying, when he was in his dying bed, somebody asked him, okay, if you have to live your life all over again, what would you do? What he said? He said, well, if I have to live my life all over again, I'll be more sillier, more crazier, make more mistakes, and definitely be much more unhygienic. What do you do these days? You wake up in the morning, ladies, put one cream for the left finger, another cream for the right finger, right? Go on for one hour of putting the makeup or whatever creams around. At night, another one more hour to take it out. Right? And then you don't even know how you smell at a certain time. But what you smell is just the cosmetics. And this man really wanted to enjoy himself. I like to be more unhygienic. I went once to Chennai. There's a restaurant where they serve very delicious burgers. It's somewhere in Greens Road, right? And over there, it's popular for burgers, and they had a big poster over there, how to eat the burger the right way. Art. It's an art to eat a burger the right way. How is it? They say just pick it up, stuff it into your mouth, right? Open up your mouth as much as possible and stuff it right in. Let the mayonnaise fall on your fingers. Lick it very well. That's what they said. If you really want to enjoy the burger, do it this way. I think that's exactly this man was saying. Dying man, I'll be more unhygienic. I like to enjoy the way I am. Right? Yes, I'm going to questions now.
He's finding the kids today.
Yeah. You have got the burgers for snacks today, but you're right. So basically, enjoy yourself. Stop worrying. Like Buddha, somebody once said, you start worrying. I'm going to collect a lot of wealth. Be a very wealthy man. So you worrying about that. You start collecting wealth. One fine day when you have the wealth, you make a big bungalow with the bowling alley, right? Chimpanzee also. And now, when the bungalow is made, then you worried about it. Security. Earthquakes, security. Now, security is the problem. You install a security system, right? Now you are worried about when will I switch it on and switch it off. Right? You put a maid servant, okay, रात को on off करना, सुबह on करना, whatever, right? Now you're worried about what if the maid servant steals something? You're worried for something or the other. It goes on. So don't worry. Just live the life. In fact, Leo Buscaglia once said, okay, being human is a gift of God to you. Being human, all the attributes of being human is a gift of God to you. How you use them is your gift to the God. Just enjoy yourself. That's what we do in Sudesh. Come over here, enjoy yourself, clap, have a good time. And there's some people I like to recognize who's done. Your membership number has